Hello, this is Mr. Gretzky 9966. Just doing another haul video here of some Archie books from 529 to 599. So here's 529, 530. Love these snow covers. They're just so awesome. Love these winter scene covers. Then we have 534, 535, 536. Most of these are from, I believe, the late 80s, early 90s. That kind of thing. Most of these covers are Stan Goldberg, Bob Smith. I've worked on them, but some of them are Dan Parent. But you got 538, 539, 542. The Christmas trees here from 540, 543. Another snow one where he's snowboarding and playing, looks like a ukulele. It's 544. Here's 545. 546, 547, 548, 549, Archie for class president on 551, 553, 555, 564, where that's I think that's Cheryl Blossom. 565. There's 566. There's Archie there going to the movies. Going to see some big summer blockbuster with Betty. And 567, 568, another one of these summer scenes where they're at the beach kind of deal. One where he's chasing Veronica's dad all over the place with the golf cart. 569. Then we have here, probably one of my favorites are the ones with the race cars on them, where Archie's doing race cars. Any of the series that have these, I try to pick them up, try to have them. I don't know how many they did with him in race cars, but I know they've done a ton with winter scenes, Christmas scenes, stuff like that. So those are probably the two of my favorite type of covers that they do. So 572 here. It looks like we're looking at probably... So this is the 65th anniversary of Archie. So we're looking at, this series ran from 1943 to 2015. I think it's when they rebooted it again. A couple months after stopping the series 1, they rebooted it. And it went 700 with all the variants and everything. It went from 1 to 666, but with all the variants, it went to 709. There were 709 comics, if you count all the variants. So that was probably about 43 variants, if I'm not mistaken, that were in there in the probably somewhere in the 2000s, somewhere in the 500 section, 600 section. They started doing those late 500s, early 600s. They started doing some of that stuff. And a lot of these books, I think it was like variants were the thing to do. I think in the early to late 2000s, mid 2000s, late 2000s, it started. They capitalized on what everybody else is capitalized on today: variant covers. But to get a variant cover for Archie is not that expensive like you would today if you were buying a Fantastic Four variant from, say, 2000 2013 or 2000 whatever. I mean, I think they ended in 2015 and they were gone for 3 years. So you'd have to say probably like 2010 to 2000, maybe 15. Buying one of their variants, you're going to pay, $4, $5, $6, $7. Here you might pay as much as $1, $3. You might pay as much as $4. You're not going to pay a whole lot unless it's one of those very rare exclusives. But get back to here. This is $5.73. This is $5.74. $5.77. $5.78. $79. $5.80. Another Christmas scene here. Just love those. This is where Archie's buying stuff for, I guess, for Veronica. Buying his gifts at the dollar store. $5.81. I guess dollar stores were popular at that point because Archie's so cheap. So $5.82. There's $5.83 right there. How did you know I went out with that? So the Betty book was another title that was going on at the same time these series were going on. There was Betty, there was Veronica, there was Betty and Veronica, there was Betty's diary at one time. I don't remember if Veronica had a diary book. I don't think she did. I've got so many titles of books that I don't even remember. I mean, there was Archie's RC Racer at one time. I got a few of those race car books. So there you go. And here is $5.84. $5.85. $5.88. Jughead's always eating, like usual. Here's $5.89. $5.90. What I'll have to do is go through a bunch of these and just check to see which ones I have in the collection and everything. I mean, I'm slacking on the fact that I was going to count all of them. I got to get them all organized. And I'm thinking about maybe if I can get off early one day this weekend or whatever from work, go in early, get done earlier, maybe have some time to do this on Sunday since we did DVDs last week. But here's $5.92, $5.93. Here's one where Archie's racing. It looks like Reggie. These are still Stan Goldberg and Bob Smith are still doing these books. So $5.95, $5.96, $5.97. Just love these covers. $5.98. And lastly, $5.99 here. Riverdale Music Festivals featuring the Archies. Riverstock, Return to Riverstock. These are just some great covers. Love the artwork in them. Love the Stan Goldberg, Bob Smith, Dan Parent books. Just love their covers, what they've done in the past. I just wasn't a fan of... I'm not a fan of the Mark Waid beginning run. When Mark Waid left the book and they put the new people on the book. Forget the guy's name right offhand. But when they put the new creative team, you guys will probably know if you follow Archie, you'll probably know the new creative team. But if you follow the creative team over the years, Archie had put... When they ended it in 2015, they got Mark Waid to do 30-something issues of it. And I just wasn't a fan of Mark Waid from way back when. I mean, I liked his run on Flash Volume 2, but not as much as outside of that. I really wasn't a Mark Waid fan. Didn't really care much for his Fantastic Four run, but I understand it's part of the run, Volume 3, and he was on it for a long time, just like John Byrne was on Wonder Woman for a long time, and I love John Byrne, love him to death, but his Fantastic Four run to me was his best run, not his best Wonder Woman run. But you know, you gotta take the good with the bad. But when you have Mark Waid doing it, and you just don't like how Mark Waid has, you just don't like Mark Waid in general, outside of the Flash run, you don't buy the books. So I just haven't bought the books. So I started buying them with the new people on there. Nick Spencer, that's what it was. Nick Spencer and whoever the artist was on there. I started buying those books up and everything. I think he's doing some other stuff that I bought. But yeah, it was Nick Spencer and somebody else. But yeah, they were the ones that were buying the book, that started doing it. And I started picking up from, I think, issue 699. I think when he picked it up to, when they renumbered it back to 699 for the 700th issue. I picked it up from there to the 699, 700, 701, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 706. So, alright guys, I'm running a little long here. Don't want to babble on about who I don't like and writers. I'm just showing off these books. So, alrighty guys, you guys take care. Hope you enjoy them and everything. I'll have that, hopefully be able to get that video going, or at least try to do some kind of count, get them all organized and get a count going of each series of what I got, and then add them all up together. So, alrighty, talk to you guys later. Bye.